be a mentor to her daughter and talk to her because her daughter had lost her dad. You know, dad was murdered when she was little. So right now, into present day, she's 19 years old. So I was going to that side of town, and I'm from the north side of town. This is the south side where this happened at. And I called and told her I'll be there at 12. But this incident happened by like 12:03. So what happened while I'm going, I had called, I said, hey, I'm not far away from the apartment, I'm finna get ready to turn in now, but I'm gonna stop at the store and get some gum real fast. Because if I'm gonna be talking to her, I want to, refresh my breath and everything and give me something to drink. So as soon as I pulled up in the store, I could have took a left into the apartment, but I took a right into the store. And everybody come running out. I'm still in my car. And I'm still in my truck. So when I see everybody come running out real fast, it kind of stung me. And I was confused, like what was going on? What's going on? But I don't know nobody on this side of town because I'm from the north side of Houston. And wow. And I'm from the north side of Houston. And I'm asking people like, what's going on? One person, he got a knife, he go up in the store, he doing this, all kind of different assumptions going on. I'm sitting in the car, I'm sitting in my truck, and I see, I'm looking in the store, I'm telling myself, man, I need to go in the store. They might be joking, they might be, playing or whatnot. It's probably what they do over here or whatnot. But when I look in the doorway, I see the gentleman that we're talking about. He's looking confused, he's looking lost, and it got me confused because he haven't come out the store. And I kind of assumed they might be locked in there, but that look that I see is a look that I've seen so many times, confusion, lost, want to escape, want to get out of a situation, a bad situation, mentally unstable to that state. So, but it had me worried because I'm already in a state of mind to come over this side of town to go help somebody, but I'm finna go mentor a little girl that's probably in the same mental state as he is. So I'm already kind of prepared to help. So with everything going on with the George Floyd and what's going around the nation, I haven't partaken in it because I've been away at work. I've been out there in Kerrville, Texas, West Texas, and I haven't seen no protests. I haven't been around anything of that nature. I've just been working 6 days a week, like 72 hours a week. Just work, constant work, everything I see what's going on in the news, and now I'm being confronted with something similar. And it kind of got my attention. It kind of got me aware to, hey, something happened, because I see a guy that's really looking confused at the time, and I know the police coming. But I'm asking myself, like, why haven't he left? By me used to be living a life of crime and change my life and working now a normal citizen, trying to give back and do what I can to help people, regain friendship, things of that nature. I asked myself, like, hey man, if that was my situation, I was in a life of crime, I would have took off running. Why is he running? Why is he still there? Well, to make a long story short, the chick beside me, she keep on screaming at, oh, I just gave him money. I gave him money. I'm like, what he did? He took it. She like, well, no, I just gave it to him. He had a knife and this here. So the laws come, and when the laws come, I start recording because I want to be. Like I said, with me, it's not a black or white or Hispanic thing. It's not a color or race thing. With me, it's more what's right and what's wrong thing with me. I'm a man of God. I changed my life, got into Jesus Christ, things of that nature. Got some ideas, positive ideas going on that I'm trying to do, mentor kids and deal with education and help kids get out of crime, things of that nature. So I don't know, it felt like that. This was something that was unexpected because the other one I was called to, but this one I'm just walking into. And it was just unexpected. It just happened. It's going 500 miles a minute right now. So I'm recording, and I know one thing, I want to be the witness of right and wrong. I want to be able to tell the story. I want to be for sure help, both sides in a situation like this. Like people then already perceive me as that I'm taking his side, or I'm trying to take the lawman's side. It's not that. I just want to be in the middle and make sure that both sides come to agreement. You know what I'm saying? What protocol is supposed to be, what the police protocol is supposed to be, and what the suspect's supposed to do, so he won't get hurt, killed, or whatever. And like I tell people all the time, it's a thin line. It's a thin line from resisting arrest, from going to jail, getting hurt, or getting killed. And we all know resisting arrest is a misdemeanor crime, but it's a thin line from going to jail, getting hurt, or getting killed. It don't matter what crime you did, or even if you didn't even commit a crime. It's just a thin line that people feel like that you resisted arrest, and the lawman have the right to issue a death sentence because you resisted arrest. I don't believe in it. And at the same time, what I believe in is that they always say that we don't know what the lawman go do with a split-second decision, with his split-second decision. Two people have a split-second decision. The lawman have a split-second decision, and the suspect have a split-second decision. But the most important split-second decision to me is the suspect, because he got to live with that. He got to try to find his way out of it, because once he made that split-second decision, it was a mistake, and that next second he might regret it. And he might, for that second, third, fifth second, he trying the best as he can to get out that split-second decision. But I understand the lawman have a split-second decision too, but they don't really have a split-second decision before they have a protocol. A protocol is to follow the law, follow your guidelines to bring a suspect in, not murder him or hurt him because you feel like you couldn't control your split-second decision. So what my thing was that I wanted to be there for that dude, for the simple fact because he had the looks in his eyes that he needed somebody he could trust, somebody he can't trust at that time. He made a bad decision. It happened. How can I get out this situation? You need somebody you can trust. At the same time, I want to be there for that law because he could have made a split-second decision that as a law and a human being that he'd have to live with something and regret it for the rest of his life that can affect him as a person, a father, a man or whatnot, and a man of God, if he is. And that lawman did seem like a man of God. So I believe that I wasn't there for either or, I was there for both. Because both of they split decisions will affect their life from the day forward. And just like how I noticed for a fact, like I said, I used to be a career criminal, and I'm still trying to repay my split-second decisions that I made 10, 15, 20 years ago. And it take a lifetime to fix oneself. It take a lifetime. Some places take a lifetime, and sometimes take an apology, and then sometimes take a repentance to God. But that's not up to me. I would just, when it happened, when the lawman first asked me, do you want to help? Because I thought that I seen his knee on his neck, like George Floyd or so many others. And the first, I'm gonna try to say, hey, get your knee off his neck. And he said, my knee is not on his neck, my knee is on his back. Then the officer asked me, like, do you want to help? I thought that the lawman was being sarcastic. I thought he was being sarcastic at the time towards me and was trying to draw me into the bad situation. So my initial answer was to, no, it's not like that. I just want you to do what's right. That's what my initial, you know what I'm saying, action was at that time and what I was trying to say. But then the lawman came back like, no, my knee is on his back. Can you help? And when I really analyzed the situation, was the situation that I analyzed. Both of them needed my help right there at that time. And people might think that I was getting on the ground to being one-sided or against the law. No, I was being what's right, what's wrong at that time. And like I say, I wanted to be in the middle and make a bad situation come into the rightful agreement to, hey, if this is what it's supposed to be, I want to help the lawman get this person to where he needs to be, get this person to the help, and I want to be there for that suspect so I can be a person that he can trust to get to where he's supposed to be in the eyes of the law. And what I believe in, and what we all Americans supposed to believe in this country, that we are innocent to proven guilty. So it doesn't really matter what crime you commit or what crime you do. We all supposed to have the right to a fair trial. But you got to get to the judge and the jury to have a right to a fair trial, unharmed or not in the body bag. And I've never been a law, but one thing I can tell you like this here. Before the lawman put on his uniform, he's a human being just like me and you and whoever else out here. He's not robotic. He's a human being. So it doesn't matter if he put on a lawman uniform, a bus driver uniform, or a school teacher uniform. He still have a protocol that he's supposed to go by to make the situation come out right. But some people, not me, but some people believe once that lawman put on that uniform, he's above being human being, and he's in some kind of organization to where he have the right to issue a death warrant in the street at his discretion. And it's not like that. Each and every lawman in this country that's under the payroll of the taxpayers and the citizens of the United States have a protocol that they're supposed to go by before you make that split-second decision to take someone's life. And that's what I believe, and that's the country I believe in, and that's the words I believe in. But like I said, I've never been a lawman, but I have been a criminal to where I make a split-second decision that right now to this day, with me speaking to America, speaking my heart out, saying I believe in God, and I'm a man of God, that I'm still trying to repay from that 1 second. And therefore, me being right here, I want to be someone where that guy can trust, knowing that he can make it to jail, unharmed, untouched. No matter what kind of crime he committed, it is not me to judge him and say that I will sentence him to death. Right now, that's up for the taxpayers, the judge, and the jury by a fair trial. And I was there for the lawman to not make a mistake, so he won't have to live and regret with anything that he done outside his job, making a mistake for the rest of his life. And that's how I feel.
How does it feel, like the Facebook response and stuff? A lot of people are praising you, and some people are really emotional on there and crying.
From the Facebook response, everybody got their own opinion. Some people might say I'm a hero. I'm not a hero. I'm just a human being. You call a hero saying that you just want to see right from wrong and right be right and wrong be wrong. And I don't see it like that. I seen two people that needed somebody. It's like two people fighting. You needed somebody to break it up. But of course, I couldn't break that up. I just had to make sure that it came out right. And the guy that actually got on the ground that was telling the suspect, calm down, what I'm saying, don't resist. I praise him too, because he did his part. He really did his part. He really got me to the point to where we both need to do more. We finna do more. And at the same time, praise the lawman greatly for even giving us a chance to help him, because in some kind of way, we all need to sit down. I wish I could sit down with them, all the right people, to come up with a positive solution that it can be a better outcome with what's going on. And it's not just for, like I say, it's not just for being racism or a certain color or a certain group of people. I'm talking for everybody. I'm talking about a rule of law for every citizen in America. You know what I'm saying? Equal opportunity and the right to a fair trial for everyone. Like I said, I will repeatedly say that I do not feel that no human being has the right to issue a death warrant or brutality assault on no person unless that's a last cause through protocol.
Did the officers thank you afterwards or anything? Or?
Yeah, I thanked him for giving me a chance to help him, and he thanked me, but everything happened so fast to where I still had to go to meet, the mama and daughter that was across the street that needed my help too. So I got out of there real fast, and I went on to continue to do what I needed to do with a younger child that was 19 years old and that was in an innocent situation and needed someone to talk to, someone to be there for. So yes, we said our formalities to each other, and I got out of there. And I only uploaded this video on Facebook so we can all see that it can be a better way to solve problems, because we are all stuck one-minded that this is what it's supposed to be. He's a criminal, kill him, beat him up, or do whatever, drag him to jail, or he's a law. This is what he wanted to do, or this is what he tried to do. No, it's a better way. But we all got to come together. We all got to be open-minded. We got to be open-ear. And what I said before is that right there in this situation, when I was standing on the sideline, the suspect and the officer heard me. They heard a neutral voice, both of them. It wasn't that one heard and the other one didn't. Both of them heard. So I feel like with me having a positive voice and a clear heart at the time and a pure heart at the time with the right intentions, my voice was heard. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that officer was probably finna kill that guy. Can't nobody say that, because it didn't happen. And I wasn't gonna let it happen. Not at that time.
That was good. What what do you remember where the store was? The location of the store?
It was on Fruitway and 45. I think it's 1101 or something like that. The Shell gas station, and it was around about like noon, about a couple of minutes after noon, like 3 or 4 minutes after noon time. And like I said before, I had to be across the street meeting a friend named Sean Houston that had a daughter that needed some guidance to be talked to. And I don't praise myself to know all the answers. I just praise myself that I've been through some things that a lot of other people ain't been through, and I done seen some things come out in a better light with understanding and getting along with an open mind, just listening to the people. And it's not my job to be a police officer, and I'm sure not a criminal no more. But I'm put like to say, I do it a million other times for anybody, any color, any race, anybody, any religion. I do it a million other times because it's not who they are, it's who I am. And it's what I'm trying to show. It's what I want. What I want the world to pick up on and say that we can all come together. Because right now at this time in this world, whatever the problem is, it's too much of a problem. Whatever the problem is, it's too much of a problem. Let's come together.
That should be good. Maybe just kind of specifically, you kind of moved his. I saw his arm was under him. You kind of helped get his arm off.
Yeah, and I don't. His arm was up under him, and I seen the handcuffs right there. And the thing about it, they said he had a knife. I didn't see a knife, but of course I want to be prepared if he did have a knife on him and reach my arm up under him. Either I'm gonna grab his wrist or I'm gonna grab a knife. So I made sure that they said he didn't have a knife. So when I reached my arm up under there and asked him, hey, did he have a knife? He was like, no. So I just did that for the simple fact because I didn't want the suspect to resist anymore. I didn't want him to get hurt. I didn't want the officer to hurt him in any kind of way, like the suspect get hurt or the officer regret doing something as a man or a word or a man to guard for the rest of his life that was going to affect him later on in his life. Even though he was supposed to be in control, and he was in control like he was, but one split second could have affected his decision making for the rest of his life, and I wanted to protect both of them from that.
That should be good.
That's good?
That's a lot of interviews there.
Yeah, is it too much?